High Rollers. This song is touching the soul, so you can see me. I mean, I have wet eyes. This song is called "Birds Are Flying Back Home." Птахи летять додому. Probably without back home, but that means, yeah, when we say it the Ukrainian way, it feels like the word back should be there. Good to see you all in the chat. I would like to translate this song for you, as it's some kind of a new tradition. I would like to do it today too. And actually, I'm not sure if I was putting that song up before. It feels like I did, but maybe I missed it, because I was putting some songs of hate speech before. That's a Ukrainian band that performed it. By the way, the female voice is, if I'm not mistaken, give me a second, Maria Kondratenko. Yes, Maria Kondratenko is a Ukrainian singer who I was putting a song of her once on the stream. If you remember, it was about wind blowing and like whistling, or more like how do you call that sound? But anyway, she was the female voice here. So this song, you could understand probably what it is about by the video, the music video, whistling. Wayne howling. Yeah, howling. I think howling fits best here. If you want to live, you must fly. Fly with your final strength. Fly as long as you can fly. That's the voice you heard in the beginning. Now, the music. How much blood has spilled onto the ground, swallowing fear, forgetting fatigue, months crawling, years afterward, weeks dragging by, burned like rubber. We sought noise. Now we crave silence. As if we're stuck in ageless chaos, yet still, birds fly home. The storm wails like a sickly song, panic-stricken, words unclear, swallowing fear, forgetting fatigue, birds fly home. The storm wails like a sickly song, panic-stricken, words unclear, as if we're stuck in ageless chaos, yet still, birds fly home. Broken wings, shattered bones behind glass, iron, voices buzzing, the sky, a twisted reflection of dirt in a puddle, cold burns, body heavier than fire, ears withered like flowers, sick of heaven, only lies, the horizon's edge sharp as a knife, no compassion left, only regret remains. And you know, I think that particular part, oh no, not that particular part, let me continue. So, yeah, then there is a chorus again. The storm wails like a sickly song, panic-stricken, words unclear, swallowing fear, forgetting fatigue, birds fly home. The storm wails like a sickly song, panic-stricken, words unclear, as if we're stuck in ageless chaos, yet still, birds fly home. Birds fly home 3 times, and then chorus. The storm wails like a sickly song. Panic-stricken, words unclear, the last star burns above the dew. In that moment, the whole world goes dark. I spent my life crawling through mud, my legs, bones, and remnants of flesh, endless attempts to leap ever higher. I'll burn, leaving behind rotten ashes. In my opinion, this last part, might be about Putin. Because, yeah, just listen to it once again. Or maybe about all the Russians. They live in the mud. In that moment, the whole world goes dark. I spent my life crawling through mud. My legs are bones and remnants of flesh. Endless attempts to leap ever higher. I'll burn, leaving behind rotten ashes. So this endless attempt to leap ever higher. I'll burn, leaving behind rotten ashes. I really hope that they will come and Putin will fucking burn, leaving only rotten ashes. Hi, Rollers, good to see you in the chat. The Last of Mogican, do you know that book, guys? That's how I call you, those who are still with us here on the third year of on the fourth year of the full-scale invasion. It's been 3.5 years almost since the beginning, and you are still here. Thank you for that, guys. You are the most stubborn and resilient salt of the earth people, because not all survived. Well, I'm not talking about death only. Of course, we lost some of the rollers, but I'm talking about people's ability to keep attention on Ukraine and not moving on, which sounds just terrible, moving on from Ukraine. And I think it happened to many people, though some of them told me so. This is why I'm talking about it right now. But anyway, go. Rick, the book is Last of the Mohicans. Aha, the one that I mentioned. Yeah, that's what we say here in Ukraine sometimes about the people who remained after everyone else has gone. In celebration of Helena's husband returning, may they all return home. Yeah, thank you so much for reminding me about that. This is something that really lifted up my mood. Today I was like Graham. I was Graham, for fuck's sake. And I then just got really happy when I saw a photo that Nina showed me. I will message Helena and congratulate her, maybe right during the stream, just later. So, that's fucking awesome. Your flag is getting frequent use, Rick. Yeah, for some reason I started forgetting asking people to sign it. So I need to start doing it more. Thank you, Cheryl, for reminding me. I'm just burning out, and there's not that much excitement anymore in things that used to bring me joy. Yeah, it's just harder lately. You know how it works. It's basically, you probably all of you know how the fucking burnout work, and I'm in it right now. I actually made a step and finally found a therapist. Not sure that that's the one that is gonna suit me, but at least that therapist speaks only Ukrainian and doesn't even offer the Russian language option. So on the platform that I went searching, you basically pass the test where you give the basic data, so they will give you a match of the psychotherapist. So they give me 3 options. 2 of the guys had 2 languages in their profile. That means they speak Russian in their life. I'm not, and it's a principle for me. So they would also be like principled in this, and they won't, won't tolerate speaking Russian themselves. Not like tolerating it in other people. No, I'm okay if, but not in this case. For me, it's important. So, and the third guy was only offering the Ukrainian, therapy in Ukrainian. So, I'm definitely gonna, get an appointment next week, and I'll start. Option 3, quit. No, I'm not quitting this. You know, guys, I am so I'm so invested in this, and I love it. I love it, guys. Even though I burned out, but not completely, I still get a lot of joy from the work that we're doing. Good going, Rick. Thank you, McPigeon. You are more important than the war. Look after yourself first. No, I'm not more important than the war, because this... The problem is the war is a threat to the existence of my whole nation, and it's not gone. Anyone who tells you that Putin lost already and it's just a matter of time, no. This is the lives of my comrades, of Ukrainians who are being killed. Those lives are being taken every day, and hundreds of lives. And our brave defenders, most of them are volunteers. They just like left their lives. And my best friend El Greco is one of them. He just put his life on pause, and he was just abandoned it. And now he's also pretty tired of war, and he went through hell, guys. He lost his commander, a young guy, 28 years old, a natural-born leader, and he was devastated after that. And he sacrificed his civilian life. I'm not doing that. I'm a civilian, and I have the luxury to live in comfort, and basically in comfort zone. And I'm rarely getting out of that comfort zone. I just fucking... I have no right to quit. So, Hooves, it was not like taken personally. No worries. I'm just wanted to explain that. I understand what you mean. You're basically... you basically meant just take care of your mental health so you could be able to continue doing this work. But yeah, it just I should have preached, as McPigeon said. Thank you. Hello, Jubera. Hello, Tom Plaza. You are an admirable human being, Rick. If more were like you, this work wouldn't be as hard. Keep winning hearts and minds. It's important work. Slava Ukraini. Героям слава. Thank you, Tom. Thank you for these kind words. I feel the same about moving abroad. Everyone tell me to go, but I won't. Dana Kiev says. I want to be with my people, live in my country, contribute to the economy, and donate. Yeah, exactly, Dana Kiev. That's exactly how I feel. Like, I mean, I cannot leave, go abroad legally, and I don't want to. But some of the Ukrainians who are okay with leaving illegally, bribing someone, going at the trunk of some car and stuff like that, hiding somewhere, I'm not gonna take this way, definitely. And I'm not gonna take any way out, because I don't want out. I want to stay with my country until the very end. Whatever end it is. Better victory. So first of all, I want to remind you guys that we started our own NAFA truck campaign. It is going a bit slow right now, but I think there's a big chance that it will improve because, look, I'm gonna advertise it right now. We have 3 amazing patches there. So here they are. Okay, Rick, come on. Okay, yeah. So the one in the center is the main one here, in my opinion. In Drones We Trust. You know, that all-seeing eye of the drones, and not only the drones, of the cameras in general. You can see that this eye is not a human eye anymore. This is an eye of... Thank you so much, Mr. Kaplan, for 50 euro super chat. Thank you, Rick and Rollers, for helping Ukrainian army. Thank you, man. Thank you for being one of the rollers and constantly supporting my fundraisers, our fundraisers. They're not just mine. So, guys, in Drones We Trust, the all-seeing eye, and also, you know, so to make it my style of the patch, we put the retrowave sun there. And the pyramid here is not actually a pyramid. It is a terracon. Terracon in Ukrainian, we call it. Terracon is a man-made mountain. Let's actually Google it. In Donetsk Oblast, this is actually a thing in Donetsk Oblast. Terracon. So guys, basically terracons look like this. We had them next to our houses, and yeah, you see some of the houses were at the, how do you say that? Not the bottom, but like the base of the terracon. And they, because Donetsk and Luhansk Oblast are mining regions of Ukraine, we had them all around, because from the mines, they were taking the... Actually, I need to find out the English words for that. Let me see a wiki, terracon. So, in English, there's no English on wiki. No, it is... It may actually be English. Yeah, here's English, guys. So, a spoil tip, also called a bony pile, calm bank, gut pile, waste tip, or bing, is a pile built of accumulated spoil, waste material removed during mining. Yes, spoil. So basically, this is a pile of spoil, and these are the mountains there in Donetsk and Luhansk Oblast. And you know, in my opinion, this is a very good this is a very good match here, since most of the battles are happening in Donetsk Oblast, you know, and a lot of them actually on terracons. I remember how in 2023 Wagnerites captured one of the terracons, and then, oh, it was already 2024 and they were not Wagnerites, but it doesn't matter. So that all-seeing eye is really looking from above the pyramid of the Ukrainian war of Donbass, and that's a terracon, and that's a very, very symbolic in my opinion. And of course there's an FPV drone there, a very, very war-changing weapon, you know, that was invented by Ukrainians. Of course, FPV drones existed, but making them a weapon was definitely invented by Signum unit, part of 93rd, if I'm not mistaken, Brigade. Signum is a pretty awesome unit, and they were the first to use an FPV drone as a weapon back in 2022. You know, I also wanted to do something connected to food this time, and I have had this great idea from Giancarlo from Fragdance Schizo. Hey, there's this meme, may the borscht be with you. Let's use it on a patch. And then I discovered that actually Sukamaimas, together with 69 Sniffing Brigade, used this one about a year ago already, but the design was different. I still wanted to make it different. Guys, can you imagine we have done 11 campaigns with you. Some of them were for almost $100,000. It's crazy. I actually want to calculate, like in a week or two, I want to calculate how many trucks we provided through all the campaigns. You really need to know that number. So maybe Yana, I actually asked Yana to start dubbing the female voices for me. So in the next dub, that ideally I will launch already next Saturday, so in 6 days. I'm really finalizing it. It's going to be 25 minutes long. This is why I could launch it faster than the previous one or the one before the previous one. Next one I'm going to be working on is going to be 1 hour long, so probably the gap between the next dub and then the one after the next one is going to be bigger. But anyway, Yulia used to do that, right? For me, the dubbing parts. But the problem is Yulia is super busy, and every time she every time I asked her, she was saying, okay, I can do it tomorrow, then tomorrow, and it was like usually like a week or two, and I just don't want to bother her. That's first thing. And I really hope that Yana has more time than Yulia, and she will be able to help me with that faster also. So Yana, I'm hoping for you. Thank you. And yeah, Yana agreed. She said she would like to experiment on that. So thank you, Yana. I told Rick I've always wanted to pretend to be Russian. Yes, Sarive, I wanted to show you an awesome video. This one is from El Greco. They have such a cool cat there living on FPV drones, basically in FPV drones boxes. You can see, like, probably it's some flea bite that kitty had. So they called her Goblin, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. So, yeah, I think El Greco and the guys called her Goblin. I'm looking for it. Yeah, Goblin. But it's her, and it seems like she's pregnant. So there's going to be a lot more goblins very soon. Hello, Yoni.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, pretty good.
Ah, perfect.
Okay, that's good. Yoni, good to see you. Let me...
Great to see you too.
Thank you. Just need to put you on the screen. It will take 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It worked even faster. Great. So, now my community can also see you. And maybe also some of your community members, if you announce the stream and maybe some of your guys will be here. That's really good.
Let's hope so, yeah.
Okay.
I posted about it on Twitter.
Rick, check the corner for a truck count. So you already calculated how many NAFA trucks we provided to the army. That's a good... okay, Yoni, did you calculate how many trucks you and your brother provided?
No, I don't have a number. I don't know the number. One day maybe, but we haven't calculated.
Well, it's not hard to do. It's like 10 minutes. You go through all the campaigns, you see how many trucks you managed to. But yeah, I've seen your campaigns are going pretty quickly, and I wonder how you do this. Please share this with us.
There's of course they depend. They always work a bit differently, and the pace is not always the same. But on this one, for example, there's my brother and me together doing it, and my brother has very different ways of getting money compared to me. I get money from people who follow me on Twitter, Blue Sky, and YouTube, while my brother gets money from his clients through his business. And when we work together, of course, it makes it easier because then there's two sides trying to raise money. But yeah, I mean, overall, I'm very happy it's gone well in terms of the pace and so on. But I just hope that on the next ones it will be the same.
Hello, Roman.
Hello.
This is Yoni. This is Roman.
Hey, Yoni.
Hey, Roman.
So, I invited Roman to today's stream because I think we need to have more friends. And in my opinion, we have not enough friends. Like me personally, I don't know about you, Roman, you tell yourself, but I don't have enough friends from Nordic countries, from Baltic states. Yes, of course, I have my community members, yes. But also having like YouTube friends and other social networks friends from those countries would be amazing. So, Yoni, we need to, in my opinion, collaborate more together.
Yeah,
Our countries in general, not only on the governmental levels, it would be awesome to collaborate more, like through personal relationships of different individuals.
I
So,
agree.
I'm happy we're doing this today. Um, okay, yeah, the chat is greeting both of you guys. And Andreas already has an emoji of your patch from the ongoing campaign. Yoni, do you see the chat on some other device and maybe on the
I don't see
screen?
the chat right now,
Yeah, if you
but
can open
yeah,
it, uh,
I'll try to see on my phone if I can. Yeah.
I'm sure you would like it. Good to see Roman. So, Roman, can you please just in a few words, because I know you probably don't want to use many words right now, as you usually do in the beginning when you join. You're like, I'm fine, thank you. Next question, or yeah, something like that. So please let us know what's going on. How you doing?
Hi guys and rollers. Hello everyone. Yeah, thank you Rick for inviting me again.
Come on, you like it. I know it.
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm fine. What about you guys? You can write few words in comments.
Yeah, would be cool. And okay, Roman,
And you, Rick?
I'm good. Well, a bit.
Next question.
I'm good. Next question. Roman, do you have more questions? Come on. No, really? Uh, okay, it's not that bad, I would say. Dubbing is going good, and next one is gonna be published next week already. It's been only, I think, 2.5 weeks from the previous one, maybe 3. So it's a good pace. I lost it at some point, and I just, yeah, I was slacking for it, with it, big time. The gap between 2 dubs last year was 8 months, so it's too much. I really like this work, and I focused totally on fundraising and volunteering work last year, and this year I realized that I just need to do that job to not burn out that much. Okay, so, but before I ask any of them, I want Yoni to briefly introduce himself. Tell us what you do, what you did before the full-scale invasion, and anything else you want, Yoni. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah. Thanks. And just before I introduce myself, when we met with you, Rick, for the first time during the last handover, I remember you were talking about these videos that you started to do again, and you were saying that you need to get back to doing it. So it's great that you're doing it again because people like those videos a lot.
Thank you.
And I saw the chat. I have the chat on my phone now, so I see the different patches with the Finnish logo. So that's great. But yeah, I'm Yoni. I'm from Finland. I'm about to turn 32, and I'm a PhD candidate. I study social policy. I try to improve welfare states. That's what I do for a living. But then on the side, I'm interested in geopolitics. And when the war started, I thought I need to do something. And my brother Jussi, he started fundraising through Help 99 and getting trucks. And at first, I joined just as a driver, but then at some point, I thought that I need to do more and I need to fundraise. So I started writing geopolitical analysis online on Twitter, and then later also on Blue Sky and on YouTube. And I do that, and then I fundraise thanks to my followers and subscribers. And that's pretty much what I do. And I try to go to Ukraine 2, 3, 4 times a year to bring the trucks that we fundraise for. Obviously, I can't go every time, but I try to do that, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Awesome, thank you. So you also told me in the interview that I took that you're actually teaching and you're working in the university, right?
Yeah. Right now, I'm not teaching this semester, but as a part of the PhD, we need to teach as well and correct exams and so on. So yeah, that's part of the work. But that's unfortunately, I mean, I like social policy, but it's not directly related to Ukraine or foreign affairs or anything like that. So yeah, but one reason why I'm into geopolitics is because during my master's degree, I studied at MGIMO in Moscow back in the days, and I was one of the very few Finns who have been there, because Finland and Russia, even if we're neighboring countries, we have very little relations in terms of language or so on. Finns don't speak Russian. I don't speak Russian. But I went on exchange to Russia as a bachelor student, and then I kind of randomly ended up doing my master's degree there, with the idea that if one day I want to do politics or something in Finland, it's a good thing to understand how Russians think, to be able to deal with them. And then I was there. I studied there for 1.5 years. And then I went to the army in Finland because we have mandatory military service here. And then after that, I started following more and more. And then the war started. And yeah, but that also explains why I'm interested in geopolitics.
You need to have a good, precise caliber to understand them more. This is what you need.
That's true.
In nothing Finland, more, nothing less.
In Finland, we have many sayings as well on this, and one of them is we can only look in that direction through a scope. It's one of the sayings in Finland. So, yeah.
That's what we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and Roman has some experience with scopes, so he knows what you're talking about. And I really hope that Ukrainian nation in the future, Ukrainians will stop committing the same mistake again and again, starting being friends with Russians, because fuck, we did not learn it for centuries, and we were such friends with Russia even after their invasion in 2014. We kept relations with them. It's fucked up. I just hope Ukrainian nation will learn this lesson once and for all. But we would need to fight all the inner enemies and vatniks too to accomplish that. It's not gonna come by itself. We need to work on it. It's a huge work, so it's a huge challenge for us in the future. I saw a question, and I like this one. This is from Tune. So I watched your video by recommendation of Tune. She's from Norway. I watched your video where you were talking about the traitors in Norway who are working for Russia. And her question is related to that. Can Joni tell us about him bonking Norwegian trolls like Glenn Deason?
Yeah, so maybe a bit more than a month ago or so, I had 2 Norwegian friends over here in Finland drinking at my summer house. And we're talking with them. And after they left, they sent me a message about a new campaign organized by Russia that has started in Norway. They had their biggest national day where people dress with traditional clothes and go party in the center of Oslo. And what one of the left-wing parties from Norway had done is they made a big campaign in the metro against aid to Ukraine that they launched on that day. And Norway is one of those countries where there's not much pro-Russian sentiment, and there's no party that is against aid to Ukraine. So it's quite special there to see that. And obviously they're not doing it with the idea of winning the hearts of Norwegians or to actually get elected or win elections, but they're doing it to bring this Russian rhetoric into the political debate. And in that sense, they managed to do it well because people talked about it a lot. They shocked a lot of people, and they got to be in the TV debates and to debate and to tell their opinion. They got destroyed in the debates, but they still managed to be on the public TV thanks to that. And those are people like Glenn Dees, and he's one of the guys. And he's one of the guys who was actually living in Moscow and living as a propagandist for Russia for Norway, but living in Moscow. But now he lives in Norway. But I made a video about it to call them out and to basically tell people that this is also happening in their countries and it's going to happen more and more. And Russia is really good at that. They're really good at having different sorts of propaganda operations. They have somewhere they're using useful idiots who are really pro-Russian, but they also do it with people who aren't necessarily pro-Russian or who don't say that they are pro-Russian and who are harder to see through. So people need to be very careful with that, and that's why I made the video about it.
Awesome. Thank you for that. That's an important work because I, for example, don't even know about those guys, but I'm not researching much and I'm not sitting on Twitter much, unfortunately, probably. Karen Hogstart. Question for Yoni. After the Winter War and continuation war, Finland lost parts of the country to Russia. How has this affected you? It must have been very painful, and at the time, is it still? Good question.
It's for people who came from these regions, so people whose ancestors come from the regions that we lost. For them, it's extra painful, obviously, because they cannot go back to see the places they're from. Especially now, some went back in 10, 20 years ago just to see how it is, and they were all very disappointed because Russia had really not taken care of anything, and everything had turned into a very bad condition. So for those people, it's extremely bad. For the rest of us, obviously, it's a sad thing, but it's been so long and we know that Russia has turned it into such an area that is fully inhabited by Russians and that doesn't have any infrastructure and that is completely destroyed. So most Finns regret not having those areas, but we also maybe aren't pushing that hard to get them back, even if ideally, of course, we would like to get them back, but we also know that it would have quite a cost, and Russia has kept them in a horrible shape. But yeah.
As they do with all the occupied territories.
Yeah.
Except one, I think. But the one is called Chechnya, which is Ichkeria, actually. They occupied that one, and they pay kind of a reparations to them, as they describe it, They put a lot of money, but it's not actually prosperity for the population. It's prosperity only for Kadyrov clan, right? And so they built a lot of things up. They built palaces, they built some huge business trading centers, but what the fuck if people don't have money to get anything there? It's just for elite, for I don't know, a few thousand people who get or hold most of the control and power in their hands. Yeah, so typical Russia.
It's something when I go for a run here in Finland or something, sometimes in my head I just try to imagine, even if it's not realistic, it's never going to happen because Finland would not allow it. But I just imagine, let's say there's a war in 5 years in Finland and Russia invades, and I'm thinking about the people who started these voluntary units and who were kind of free. It's kind of like a startup in a way, not in like you can do whatever you want because you're improvising, you have a limited amount of resources and of guys, but you can kind of do what you want with them. And it's just very interesting, I think, to look at how you can create a unit like this and how to organize it compared to the actual army, which is more bureaucratic and more with good things but also bad things, more resources but also more less efficiency and so on. So it's very interesting how these voluntary units, how they can do it in a with these limited resources in a more modern and efficient way, and then the issues they face when they grow bigger with the command and so on. So it's I think those are interesting. And obviously, if a war would start here one day, there would also be some new units founded and so on, and they would also maybe face similar difficulties or questions. But I think that's really interesting.
Yes, but you see, it's about ideology and the motivation. And before war started, it was a revolution of dignity on Maidan in Kiev and in other cities as well. But like the epicenter, like the center of revolution was in Kiev capital, and many unit like right sector, for example, like Pravy sector and Aidar, and many guys from Azov, they was active participant on a revolution of dignity, and they was ready to fight like with sticks and with the bat, right, Rick? Бейсбольна битка, це ж bat?
Yeah, baseball bat.
Yeah.
Baseball bat, yes. So against a real AK and sniper rifle and grenade, gas grenade, and the BTR against cocktail Molotov and stuff like that. So it was like a big preparation as well. It wasn't like, but war, it was like next level, you know.
Yeah.
Still, I consider revolution the most horrible thing that I was part of. But yes, but it helps for many people to prepare, to just first step is just being ready to die for what you believe. It's just step number one, you know. 101 soldier education starting.
Yeah.
So, but I believe you'll have a lot of supporters from Ukraine as well.
Yeah.
When or if Russians start invading Finland.
Yeah.
Yeah. And our maybe one big advantage is our databases and so on are up to date on reservists. So everyone is assigned to a unit already well before a war starts. The army has a list. So because we have all served, so we have all Finnish men serve, and they all are constantly moved in the system. So the government knows if a war starts, they already know who is where and who goes to which unit. So that helps at least in the beginning phase. It's a big help because they know who to call and where to put them.
Yeah, it could help like in organizing part.
Yeah.
But in motivation, you know, I have meeting with some my girlfriends in 2022 when I have a vacation in Kiev between battles, and these girls, they came from Italy to Ukraine, and we met, and they talked to Italian people, and Italian really, they don't understand Ukrainian, and they say if somebody invade Italian, we just run away. Like, what's the point to fight? We just can run away to other countries. What are Ukrainian fighting for? For me, it was like talking to alien, you know, like not direct talking, but this thoughts to understanding. And I heard also like during the time I heard such thoughts from different people from other European countries as well.
It's quite common.
But still, let's be strict. I talked to many Ukrainians, and we could see a lot of Ukrainians who still run away and who see no reason to like fight for their country. So let's not be strict, and let's not be like so badass, you know. Like in Ukraine, we have such people as well.
Yeah. But I think in Western Europe, in countries that have not faced any threat for a long time, Germany and so on, that haven't had neighbors who are aggressive recently, I think it's very common, this way of thinking that people don't want to fight.
Yeah, they live in European Union. Sorry to interrupt. They can move from like France to Germany, for example, and live there, right? And like or to Spain or to Portugal.
Mm.
Maybe it's my opinion, but maybe rollers have different opinion, because living in Spain, in Portugal, in France, and in Germany, it's way different economy and social upgrades and other stuff.
Mm.
In the chat, we had Karina and Hooves actually discussing, or maybe a bit of arguing about that Sweden. Yeah, Hooves said that Sweden is not endangered by Russia, and Karina disagreed. She is from Sweden. She said Sweden does have a Russia problem because someone is breaking into water plants and things like that to test us. Exactly. And, I also watched a cool video from, actually, I need to check how that guy's channel is called, but Tunao Ottesen has sent this one to me before. This guy's name is Paul Warburg. Let me actually...
So periodically...
I didn't check his channel. I just checked the video. So, is an independent, open source geopolitical analyst. And it doesn't say where he is from, I guess. In a world of... No, I don't see it. But anyway, he explained that, in his opinion, Finland probably is not going to be a primary target of Russia in Europe. It could be Sweden, because Sweden has that Gotland island that is a strategical spot to control the sea, right? So Sweden might be first, and Sweden has a smaller military than Finland has. Finland is going to be just like Ukraine. They're going to break their teeth if they start attacking Finland right away. I mean, Russians. So they may try Sweden by taking the Gotland island first. Now, so I think it seems pretty... How do you call that? I wanted to say adequate, but no, it's inadequate if we're talking about Russians. Logical, yes, it seems logical. I also wanted to mention your campaign. I was showing it on the screen while you guys were talking, and I was not interrupting. I did not want to interrupt, but it's almost done. 95,137 euros out of 97,500, so only 2,363 euros left to raise. So I think you were expanding this campaign, right? So the goal...
Yeah, and we went from 4 to 5, but we actually might even expand one more, because it's for the July convoy, so we might go to 6 trucks tomorrow or in 3 days.
Wow, you guys are insane.
Well, wow, for how long this campaign lasts?
Maybe 5 weeks. 4 weeks, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Whoa, you're so crazy. You're so cool.
Yeah, they're really effective with
because
his brother.
you're so humble. You said, "Oh yeah, I have some YouTube. Maybe I have some like Twitter. Do something." And then just almost 100,000. Whoa.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Much respect. It's I start appreciate it more when we do it together, when I join the Rick company, and when together, like with me, how to say it, when Rick organized this campaign and we did it together, almost 100,000 euro, but it was so hard working. We do it like months and a half, and a lot of streams we did, and I was so exhausted after that, like really tired, because we put a lot of energy to collect like to gather this money from different people. It was really like marathon. And after that I start give more respect to people who organize system. It doesn't matter how, but still to organize some system to collect money, like such huge amount, and in such short periods, like it's crazy. Way to go, man, way to go.
Thanks.
Yeah, man, good job. I also noticed that. And it's not only you. You told us your brother is also doing it through local businesses. And yeah, how does he
Yeah,
do that?
through his clients. Yeah.
And what work is he doing?
He has a research company in finance that specializes in a certain type of funds called REITs, and he does research on that and sells the research, or it's a subscription based, and his clients donate, and
Wow.
many of his clients have bought trucks, and also on this campaign, many of them have donated.
So the
Cool.
big part of the money comes from those clients, I assume.
I think on this nowadays it's probably half and half, maybe something like that. So, but in my brother this year, I think this is my maybe third or fourth campaign. But my brother wasn't on the other ones, but on this one he's with me, so this one is bigger. But on the other ones he wasn't there, because the issue with clients is you can only ask your client maybe once or twice a year.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot go every 2 months or every month and ask them for
Yeah.
for money. But with followers on Twitter and so on, you can do it more often. So sometimes we do them together, sometimes we do them separately or alone. But on this one, he's also with. Yeah.
Yoni, you said you can't ask like clients or people to donate often, and I just think about rollers and Rick. It's like every single month, every single like week, they doing something incredible, and
Yeah.
so maybe universe set you two together, maybe to for you to spread the limit, maybe it's time for you to push your brother and his clients as well, because look what's happened. It's like always the same number, like 100 people
Mm.
watching on different streams, and during from week to week they doing the same like crazy results all the time.
Yeah.
And not all of them some kind of businessman or big entrepreneur or billionaire, but still they doing amazing job, and they actually, I don't want to advertise rollers as an amazing community, as an
Why?
big example. They are example to other fundraiser how to do it consistently,
Yeah.
and this is about quality, not quantity, for real. But because like 100 people all the time, it's not such big audience, right?
Yeah.
But still, they like, I mean, compared to bloggers, to YouTubers, to other stuff, but they do it incredible, and every few times per week they donated. So you
Yeah.
can take this example and spread it to Finland and to Europe as well, because look at this is regular people from all over the world who just who just gathering who just came here because they have the same goal.
Yeah.
Not only have fun and talk about MILF or gangbang or what you're talking about, you dirty guys and girls. Yes, I know what you're thinking, but they also doing amazing job. And I'm sorry, I just listened to you, and when you said clients can't do it
Yeah.
can do it only 1 or 2 times per year, I want to be like the lawyer and defender of rollers, because they do it almost every day.
Yeah.
Just no push, no rush, but just think about it.
No, and what I meant by that is obviously we do more than 1 or 2 times a year fundraisers. We do much more, but
That's better. That's
but
better.
no,
That's what we're talking about.
no. But what I meant is because we have two ways of asking for money. Followers, people like here on this platform who follow on social media and so on. From them, we ask obviously the whole year around. But business clients, it's a bit different, because there are people who it's a bit of a different thing, but it's another story. But we do more than 2 campaigns a year. It's just that certain people you cannot ask them all the time. If someone gives you 10,000, you cannot ask him for the same 2 weeks later. It's not possible. But
Mhm.
but if someone gives you 100, of course it's different. But if those who it's two different ways to do it, but we do both. So we keep the campaigns going. We do several campaigns.
Can you please tell us
Okay.
about the patches that you have there?
On this campaign, we have 3 patches. We have one of one unit from the International Legion, a small new group there called Pretoria, where there's a guy called Khan who is serving, and it's his team's patch. And then we have one with Simo Häyhä, the White Death, and then we have one with NAFO Finland also. So we have 3 different patches on this campaign.
So the White Death, tell us about him a bit more.
He's maybe one of the most famous Finns because he was a sniper who served in the Winter War and who killed, at least officially, a record number in a quite short time Soviet troops, and the Winter War only lasted a couple of months, so it was quite a short time, but he became very famous because he killed really a lot of Russians, but he also got injured, and his face turned a bit weird looking because of the injury, and his face is one that you can recognize quite well, and he's one of the people Finns are very proud of, and who is part of our identity here in Finland because of the Winter War. And actually, I think the commander of the 12th National Guard, or actually the 12th Corps, has him tattooed on his arm. I think Redis has a tattoo of him in his arm or something, because I think he has some Finnish background.
Wow, that's cool. Roman, do you know about that?
No, but I appreciate that such people was, and and they remembered. This is very important.
Yeah, glory to the heroes. Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Herojem slava. So
Answering. Okay, so we reach the goal, right?
Yep.
And rollers, you proved that you're amazing community, like bulletproof. Thank you very much for this evening, Yoni. Appreciate to meet you. Really cool. Thank you for your questions.
Thank you, and thanks for the answers. Really interesting.
Yeah.
Yes,
Roman.
thank you very much for what you're doing. It's really important. Rick, thank you for inviting and for your terpinja.
For your patience.
Patience, yes, for your patience, yes.
Brother Roman. Drona stay. Yes. Go to sleep.
Stay. Yes. Yes. Okay. Friends, thank you very much for having me. Have a good day or night.
Good
Bye-bye.
night, Roman.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
I see some amazing emojis as well in the chat.
Yeah,
They're really, but you have a great team. They're great people, and I want to thank them all. And as I said, if you ever need me back, I will be happy to join again on one of them.
Yeah, I would love to see you here. And next time you're in Kyiv, we can also do the coffee shop stream together. Have you seen that format on my channel?
I've seen. I think you did it with the. Did you do it with the Bear Brothers?
Yeah, it was in that coffee shop.
Exactly. Yeah.
So let's do one like that. Would be awesome.
Yeah, I'll be I'll come to Kyiv in July, but we'll talk by message on the details. But we'll see in July then.
Awesome. I really hope we're gonna raise funds at least for 2 trucks of the 3 that we need until July's handover, and I will also be handing something over there.
No, that'd be great, and I'm sure the fundraiser will go well. Sometimes it also happens that the start is just a bit rough, and then suddenly it gets going, and also depends on how many other campaigns are ending or starting, and so on. And as you know, there's sometimes some random people who are not even necessarily your followers or something, not rollers, and they just end up donating. So I'm sure that the campaign will go well.
Well, when I started mine, they had 15 unclosed campaign, and I think right now it's almost the same. Let me count. 6, 9, 12, 14 right now. 14 campaigns. So it's hard for the whole community to.
Exactly. But once a few shut down and it gets to 10 or 12 or whatever, then it should help all the other ones.
Yeah. Okay. It was really cool to have you here, Yoni. Thank you once again
Thanks, Rick.
for those cool questions that you asked Roman,
No, thanks.
because you really helped me here. Sometimes I can get into the spreadsheet too much, and I just need someone to help me to
But it's,
keep the conversation.
and also it's really interesting to ask Roman, because it's, as we talked, it's stuff that people who read, even people who follow a lot and see lots of things online, not everything is translated into English, and not everything is discussed online, and
Mhm.
it's really interesting to hear the perspective of someone who knows directly. So
Yeah.
it was really cool to have him on.
He's always given some awesome insights. I actually also wanted you to ask him something, not just like, yeah, because I knew that you would have some questions for him. So I'm really happy that it worked out pretty well.
It was great.
Thank you, Yanni.
Thanks, Rick.
As I always say, live long, prosper, and donate, my friend.
Exactly. And thanks again to all the rollers who
Thank
are
you,
still
Yanni.
watching.
Good night.
Thanks.
See you.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
You know, guys, I actually have one more info to share with you that concerns my family member, and I don't know why I was not opened with you, because it was not my information to share, but I want to tell this to you. My father, had a heart attack. He had a heart attack like almost a half a year ago, and he didn't know that it's a heart attack. He was just in a bad condition. He went to the doctor, and they discovered that he needs a stent into his heart. So do you know what the heart stent is? It's like to make your blood vessel that is connecting to the heart work better. So basically, stent. Stent. Thank you, guys. So yeah, they placed a stent into his blood vessel, and they did it through his vein. Basically, they did not cut him open or anything. So he felt a bit better for like, I don't know, a month or so, but then it again started getting worse. He went to the hospital again. They checked his heart, they checked his blood vessels, and they told him that most of his blood vessels, especially those that are connected to the heart, are in a really bad shape. His cholesterol is super high, and they're all stuffed with it, the vessels, and he ideally needs to do the shunt. I don't know how you call this in English, guys. I won't even guess, but it is called. The procedure is when they take some blood vessel from your body, and they replace your blood vessel, your heart blood vessel, with that blood vessel. So they basically need to replace a vessel there. My uncle had his second heart attack and needed a stent too. Shit, sorry to hear that, Nikki. Bypass. Yes, basically bypass surgery. So they did that bypass just like 3 or 4 weeks ago. They cut his chest open, 30-centimeter cut there. So basically they've been breaking the bone also in the middle of his chest. So it was a pretty tough surgery. It went well. So I was carrying it all in me. I also had this anxiety a bit, not like I was worried too much. I mean, I was just, setting myself on positivity. I was just like, Yeah. Шунтування серця – це heart bypass. Thank you, Michael. That's the word I was, not the word, but the term I was thinking of. Thank you guys for sorry to hear it. Yeah, I was just like, that's a serious stuff. Yeah. So he's recovering. They actually already took off the stitches from his huge cut, and they also thoracotomy. How's he doing? So he's doing well. He cannot properly cough or sneeze right now because he needs to hold on so his bones won't cut open during that. So now it's like half a year rehabilitation for him. But yeah, he's getting better. He's feeling good. His heart is not troubling him after this, so the surgery really helped his heart. Of course, there's a now recovery from the surgery itself, and he looked terrible like the day or two after the surgery, of course. I remember how he looked, but he looks better now, and I'm really happy that he got that surgery, guys, because he actually outlived his father, who died out of heart attack when he was like 50 or 51, and my father already outlived him by a few years, and now he has the chance to live another, at least I think 15 years after this surgery with the bypass. So I, as his son, have a chance to outlive him even further. I mean, even like to live even more. And also, ideally children need to outlive their parents. Yeah, but my aunt had that surgery as well just a few months ago. Yeah, that's a pretty common problem, and this is actually one of the reasons that I wanted to check cholesterol, because I know I'm in the risk zone, and yeah, I'm gonna be watching myself. I'm already on the diet. I'm already I will see. I will go to cardiologist. I mean, I'm gonna be definitely looking into my health. I was never smoking. My dad was never smoking. By the way, it's only food, guys. Basically, first of all, it's like he's in the risk group, right? Genetically. But also it is that he was eating like bad food all of his life and was never like really on a diet. A lot of really fat food, with trans fat. Do you also call it trans fat? We call it transjry. Saturated fats is most delicious food. Yes, saturated foods. Fats. That's what he was eating. Tickets, please. Happy Father's Day to all the dads. I actually forgot to congratulate my father with a Father's Day, but my father is a good father. Actually, I'm lucky to have him. Of course, he's not perfect as all of us, but damn, I think he raised me pretty well, and he's a good man. He's a decent man, and I really am lucky to have such dad. So happy Father's Day, Dad. I will tell this to him tomorrow. I'll call him tomorrow and wish him a happy belated Father's Day. Walking lowers bad cholesterol and raises good cholesterol. Oh, walking is good. If only my joints were not fucked. But it helps them sometimes. Does he ever watch the stream? Yeah, he actually watches all of them. He tells me that he's proud of me. It's touching. It's pretty cool. He is constantly checking. Do you know what he is a fan of? He is constantly checking the. Okay, I was saying 28, and it was still 38,000. 138,000 to raise. Just noticed that. So he is constantly going to my channel and checking how many subscribers I have. You see, for him, he cannot see the statistics. He's always seeing like 0.7, and since it's scrolling like only slowly, raising always, rarely going down. It's like he says, okay, I see it was a 0.7 yesterday, and today it's again 0.6. Or then he's saying, oh, I see you already have like 39,000 there or something. And yeah, it's really cool. He's monitoring that, so it's pretty sweet, actually. He did an amazing job, Rick. Thank you. And it's not only him. It's also my mother and also two of my grandmothers. They were also participating. So it all went in complex. But I really, I actually, in some things, I'm also perfecting them, I guess, because I went to psychotherapy and they've never been there. And it's not only thanks to them, I am who I am these days, but also thanks to psychotherapy. This is also another good parent, because it also helps you to deal with traumas that you have from your family, right? And I had some of them too. But damn, I also embraced the fact that I just cannot change them, so I just need to accept them as they are with their flaws and stuff. And yeah, psychotherapy is a fantastic thing. Happy Father's Day to all you dads. Yeah, all the dads in the chat. Happy Father's Day. So let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm spinning it. And it's clicking so loud. And the winner is number... Oh shit, did you see that? It bugged, guys. What the fuck? It bugged. Yeah, I just need to re-raffle it, because you did not see even a blinking number, right? Because I didn't see it. It was so fast that I didn't see any number there. Yeah, let me update the page. So 541, right? Let's go. Re-raffling it. But it's bugged, shit. Oh my god, that's so close. Number 4. Really? Andreas, I think it's your day today. No, not yours. Tune, this flag is yours. Congratulations, Tune. Long time no raffle winning, I guess. Good morning, Vietnam. No, not this one. Good for you. I mean, like, congratulations. I was about to say congratulations. Number 4, Tune. This is... Tune's sleeping already. I forgot. She fell asleep. And then she woke up. Congratulations, Tune. Congratulations, my friend. Just imagine Tune went to sleep. I think, actually, for those of you who want to win an item badly, the best idea would be to go to sleep before the raffle. Because mostly those rollers are winning who go to sleep and they're just not here to know this. So, I'm gonna message her so she wake up in the morning and sees that she won the flag. You won the raffle. Tuna. Congratulations. Okie doke. That was a pretty awesome one. So, guys, good night, my friends. I love you. That was a beautiful, no, not that shit. It was a beautiful and just a fantastic Sunday. And you know what, guys? I was actually pretty productive at home today. I cooked a meal. I washed some clothes. I washed a few piles of dishes. So yeah, it was a pretty productive day. My friends, live long and prosper. And Slava Ukraini. I love you all, each and every one of you. Bye. Good night. Героям слава. Thank you for watching. Please like this video, leave any comment under it, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. You can find the full stream recording. This clip was taken from here. And I invite you to join us on Rig the Ukrainian here for live streams and videos from Ukraine. Thank you, and live long and prosper.